The success of the Shlatlim Accelerating Success strategy is focusing on renewing, rebuilding, and refocusing. The Shlatlim education policy goals and guidelines are focusing on strengthening the collective organization and capacity of the Shlatlim, collaborating with Shlatlim communities and all our partners, which includes the community and individuals within the Shlatlim, also collaborating with communities and partners in education and training to ensure education and training are holistic and inclusive for all lifelong learners. And lastly, to establish a knowledge-based foundation in order to looking at building capacity at the Shlatlim with a nation plan. Two essential elements that are critical for increasing education and training outcomes focus on quality provision leadership, teaching and learning protected and supported by effective governance, have a direct influence on the student engagement and achievement. So leadership is very important for creating educational change and increasing education outcomes. That brings us towards the Education Accord, which is a governing body of Shlatlim leadership that will focus on working together to meet the needs and closing the gap in education and training. The strong engagement of family and partners and community members also plays a significant role in education. Why focus on Shlatlim language and lifelong learning? Language is the foundation of Shlatlim culture and identity. Learning through the language is an important way of lifelong learners to engage into informal learning and formal learning. Informal learning is learning through your culture, learning through ceremonies, songs, oral traditions from your elders, your family, and your community. And formal learning is learning through public school, working through the workforce, or any training programs. It's guided and directed teaching and learning. The Shlatlim identity is a foundation for well-being and achievement. And high-quality Shlatlim is something that we need to start looking at and acknowledging in order to revitalize our language, as our language is critically endangered.
Uchamich, Tmich, and Uchamich are something we all are part of. Like the Tmich is the land, Uchamich is the native of the land, Uchamich is the language of the native of the land, and we can't separate any of those three things. Like they're all one and the same. So we need to learn the language of the land, of this place, and in the language it has all the teachings that we need to live here. It has the teachings for our children to learn. We're planning for the future. Then we think of our 7 laws of life, which are, the third one is generations, which speaks to the history of our people and into the future, 7 generations. So when we're making plans like that, we have to think about our great grandchildren, whatever 7 generations is, that when we take the fish, for instance, from the water, we have to use all of it. We can't be wasting and throwing away any pieces of fish, or else we'll lose it. And it goes with our creation stories, that if we don't obey the laws of that creation story, then we'll lose that salmon. And same with the deer and all everything we survived on for this long has laws with it, laws that govern our people. Kukstum. Thank you.
Prenatal, healthy pregnancy and birth followed by a child's healthy growth and development during the first years of life will have long-lasting benefits. Why focus on prenatal education? It is considered the most important stage in lifelong learning. It is the development and the foundation where lifelong learning continuum begins.
One of the things for capacity building is that we need to stop the schoolification of children. And what we need to do is allow children to do their work. Their play is their work. And the most beautiful area in all of Canada to do that is here in this St'át'imc Nation. The reason I say that is because outside, if we can go to the into the outdoor areas, which is usually very close to be able to get to, children need to be not afraid of going outside. They need to be competent and able to do those things. And so many of the things that we do in the classroom can also be done outside. And there are only 5 developmental domains that all of us have. And we all like spices, right? Spice, social development, physical development, intellectual development, creative development, and emotional development. And if we can do all of those 5 things for our children, then we are giving them a well-rounded education. We could call it education, but really, Maria Montessori, many years ago in a small village in Italy, said that a child's play is their work, and their work must be play.
Preschool, ages 3 to 5. Early learners are academically prepared to enter kindergarten, supported in their emotional, physical, mental, and spiritual health through parents engaged in their child's learning. Why focus on early childhood education? Research shows that effective early childhood education programs help to prepare lifelong learners for school, and it provides a foundation for their academic and education career. The primary objective of preschool is to provide children the opportunity to develop a positive self-concept, to ensure that they develop mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, and cognitively. A positive experience for early childhood learners can have a lifelong learning positive impact. Parents, guardians, community members, and teachers and educators play a critical role in the developmental stage for early childhood learning. Kindergarten through to 7th grade. Increase education outcomes amongst the St'át'imc that later translate into learning success in high school and beyond. Why focus on primary education, kindergarten to grade 7? The primary education focus area enrolls a large percentage of St'át'imc community members in their program in formal learning. According to research, improvements in education are achieved in primary and also secondary education when there is an integration of a student's identity, language, and cultural program that is provided as an inclusive part of the curriculum of teaching and learning for students. Provide early intensive support for lifelong learners from kindergarten through to grade 7. The St'át'imc Education and Training Program aims to improve and increase education outcomes, to prepare academic readiness, and to use education partners, data, research, and other skills that might be supportive in increasing education outcomes and closing the gap in education.
Head in hand. We all learn.
I read a lot at home, and my mom and dad help me study with my homework. It says I want to be a teacher or a benefits worker when I grow up.
Skeeta and Levi make me read some books and also make me write letters to Uncle and some other family members. And when I'm older, I also want to be a teacher and a bodybuilder. Work before I play. I like my work. I read, and I want to be a teacher when I grow up. When I grow up, I want to be a teacher.
When I grow up, I want to be a cupcake maker and own my own cupcake shop.
My parents show me for school reading and
math, writing. And when I grow up, I want to be a teacher.
High school. Increase education outcomes amongst the Stadtlium that later translate to meaningful participation in higher learning and new economy. Why focus on high school? To increase academic readiness for post-secondary education, to increase education outcomes, and to provide support for those students that are falling behind. Quality provision and leadership play a pivotal role in this area. It is important for our leadership, families, communities, and partners to have high expectations and belief in our lifelong learners, that they too may be able to succeed and pursue their goals and career opportunities.
I'm Miss Tom. I'm from the Shalath area. I'm in grade 12 and currently attending LSS. My future plans are to go into university to do upgrading courses and pursue a career from there. I'm not sure what I'm going to take it though. I want to go to either Capilano or TRU just to start. When I'm at home, my family supports me by getting me to get things done and supporting me by helping me do my work. I would like the youth to know that no matter how hard things get, that if you keep on pushing, then in the end it always pays off.
In order to be successful in my education, I'm going to need to keep trying hard and pushing through school, getting good grades, and making sure that I get all my work done to get into university. At home, my support is great from my family. My mom and dad always help me as much as they can with my homework and make sure I get all my work done on time to get the grades I need and be successful in school. And they're always supporting me through my extracurricular activities like my hockey and my sports I'm enrolled in. So far I've applied for a few TRUs, many of their scholarships they're offering to me, and I'm still looking to apply for more. I just would like everyone to know just to keep working hard and follow what you want to do and don't give up on what you want to do. Go for what you want, not what other people want.
Education professionals, leaderships, governance, communities, family members who are confident in their role as supporters in education can have a positive impact and influence on their lifelong learners. Therefore, students who are expected to succeed will succeed with the expectations and the supports that are guided and provided to them through their education career. Post-secondary. Increase education outcomes amongst the Stadtlium that later translates to meaningful participation in the new economy. Why focus on post-secondary education? Post-secondary is increasingly considered a key ingredient for the social, economic, and well-being of the Stadtlium. The success of Aboriginal people in post-secondary education should be a vital interest to all Stadtlium. The total number of Stadtlium students studying at a bachelor level and above remains constant. The significant participation and achievement gap at higher level between Stadtlium and the rest of the population has not reduced. This means further work is needed to ensure the education system is delivering the levels of success we would like to see. Higher level qualifications, a bachelor's degree and above, have the greatest benefits for students. Qualifications at these levels increase the students' future income and employment opportunities. Increasing the number of highly educated Stadtlium with the skills, knowledge, and qualifications sought by employers will boost the Stadtlium well-being and economy for all Stadtlium lifelong learners.
My name is Ina Williams. I'm from Houston, also known as Bridge River. I'm enrolled in the NITEP program out of UBC. This program benefits me because I would like to become an instructor. I'm already instructing now, but I'd like to further my education and be able to teach not only in a university college, but also in the school districts. So this NITAP program will help me to further my education. To build capacity within our nation, we need to have our students enrolled and complete the programs. However, we need to understand the barriers that are included when it comes to our members enrolling in these programs. We need to look at the wellness of our people. This would really help build capacity within our nation in education.
Skills and employment training. Training that is aligned from high school into training that results to meaningful employment in the new economy. Why focus on skills and employment training? Increasing skills and achievement is the single most important way to achieve the ambitious goals for developing a productive St'át'imc economy to enable a range of work that makes a difference in improving training and employment outcomes for St'át'imc. There are over 7,000 St'át'imc community members in the territory stretching from Whistler to Pemberton to Lillooet, encompassing 11 communities. The population is significantly younger than the general BC population, resulting in large proportion of their population at near the ages of a typical job and career training. 1/3 of the St'át'imc are under the age of 24 years of age, requiring specific services for youth. Overall, the St'át'imc have a potential workforce of almost 3,500 people. However, almost 1,000 have less than a high school and almost 1,000 have only high school education. While there are 1,200 St'át'imc people with post-secondary education and training, well over half need significant skill building to meet job requirements.
I'm looking to share some messages around sustainability, around workforce development. Workforce development is a key element for nation building, simply because if you don't have an adequately trained, skilled workforce, you won't be able to carry out the work for yourself. Training is a significant component of our initiative. And the initiative is really to ensure that we have enough essential skills in place for our workforce to be able to become fully employed and a contributing factor to the economy. One of the key things that is we need to understand in the planning process is the ability to understand what the needs are for development in the future. There's current needs and current people that are looking to upgrade and upskill to get employment, but our goal is actually to look to achieve, to accommodate career development. It's a different approach, and it helps inform the rest of our education strategy on the types of things that we need to work towards.
Hi, I'm Sitasia Andrew. I'm from the Lillooet, BC community here. I am a member of the Chippewash Band. I'm taking part in this program. It's the Underground Mining Essentials program. And for now, it's going to help me, myself, my community members, and anyone of my age group of 19 to benefit us to get a job out there within the BC or in our community. It's going to help us train to become a better suited quality worker for anyone who is looking to hire us, since it is very hard for us to be able to get a job anywhere without the experience needed.
Hi, my name is Bobby Vinny. I'm from Lillooet, BC. I'm attending an underground mining course with North Island College. I'm grateful for the experience, and I know it benefits my people and my family, my children, everyone around. To be a leader, actually, to be an example of what you can do, and it's never too late. I'm just grateful that I'm here in Lillooet, my hometown, to be able to take this course and just not have to uproot, have to travel away and go rent a hotel, whatever, and it's a good environment to be in. And actually my father was a miner, so I'm following in his footsteps.
Organizational and system development. Effective organizational systems leading to Stadtlimch having greater control of education and training, improved education outcomes, and members participating in the economy. Why focus on organizational systems and development for success? Stadtlimch enjoying and achieving education and training success as Stadtlimch. Stadtlimch Government Services principles in education and training is to strengthen the organization and capacity of the Stadtlimch, collaborate with Stadtlimch communities to exercise greater control over education and training, and to ensure sustainability of the strategic objectives. Effective governance ensures strategic objectives are realized, resources are well managed, and the interests of stakeholders are protected and reflected in key decisions. The Stadtlimch Accelerating Success Workbook, Planning and Preparing for the Nation, guides the set system strategic direction, implementation, and program evaluation. Through quality provision, effective governance of the Education Accord, and strong engagements from families, communities, and leadership, education and training has taken some first critical steps. The challenge now is to continue this proactive approach towards a nation's governance system that foundationally places the Stadtlimch ways of knowing along with the historical, contemporary, and future contributions of the Stadtlimch benefits of the nation. In order to succeed, education and training requires feedback from Stadtlimch communities, individuals, families, youth, and leadership, along with stakeholders, partners, in order to move forward and build momentum in education and training.